Accountex Live, it's day one. We are at 2023 in London. I'm thrilled to have with me today Guy Pearson from Ignition. Good day, sir.
Good day, mate. How are you?
We're doing splendid. You've got a lovely stand here, a lot of prime real estate we're looking at, Guy.
Oh, there is, and it's very open and airy, which is kind of nice given we're all inside.
Yeah, now you're a veteran. You've done a few Accountexes before. You've
I've
flown
done.
all the way over
Yep.
from down under. How are you feeling about how it's gone so far?
That's been great. We've got a prime position, and it's a weird thing because I feel like everyone goes in to get away from the crowds when they circle back and been slowly coming back through as the day's gone on. So conversation's been great. Mix of existing customers, which I have a lot of here in the UK, and new customers as well, which is awesome.
Yeah. What's going on with Ignition at the moment? Talk to us about some of the exciting things you're working on.
Oh, there's so much internally we say coming down the pipe. I'm not sure how that resonates
No,
with
we
the
get
audience.
that. Yeah.
There's a lot that's about to come out. We, interestingly, came out early. We've just released an in-app referral portal. So over the last 3 years, we've seen a huge increase of accountants and bookkeepers actually referring their clients who are in professional services. And that's gone from being 5% of our business to now 25% of all new customers. And so that now lives within the application, so you can track if you've referred someone, how they're tracking, have they signed up, are they using it, all those sorts of things, which is kind of cool. Something at the beginning of the year, I didn't even know we were going to do, and so it went live yesterday. So
Wow.
That's exciting, I think, for us as a business, but also for particularly our accountants and bookkeepers who want to get their clients on there to help them fix their accounts receivables platform, accounts receivable management rather, with the platform. And so we're interested to see how that all tracks, because we've been pulled in that direction by our customers, being accountants and bookkeepers, and hopefully this kind of helps just shift it a bit faster.
Let's take a step back, Guy.
Sure.
For people that don't know, what does Ignition do?
To my mother, I would say we're Shopify for services.
Okay, that's
But
good.
we're sort of leads all the way through to payments. So proposal or engagement letter, contract signing, e-signatures, onboarding, collection of payment details, and then we connect to your task management, so your XPMs, your carbons, etc., and we connect to your ledger for invoicing, so QuickBooks Online, Xero, etc. And it basically just means you have no admin from contract through to payment and task deployment. Also means your team is doing the work they should be, and you're getting paid for everything. So we have a stat which was probably on the screen behind me a second ago. It's
I saw 4,000 or something.
No,
Was that
70. It's 69,000 something or other pounds. I'm going to say 70,000 because I like to round up.
Okay.
But it's 70,000 pounds average scope creep write-off each year for firms. So we're reasonably inexpensive next to that, but we definitely help solve that problem.
Yeah. How important are strategic partnerships for Ignition? There's a lot of people around here that you will know and that will know you.
Yep.
And you're talking to them, not just your customers and prospects.
100%. So we look at it two ways. Number one, you need more than Ignition to run a firm.
Right.
So what else do you need? We want to go to market, be in market with those folks, talking about what else that you can do to run a better practice. And that would be reporting apps, payable apps, etc. And on the other side, it's more strategic. It's like you run your firm, who do we need to integrate with so that your workflow flows right through? So as you said, we're surrounded by a whole bunch of folks where we have current integrations, current partnerships, and future partnerships, some of which may not be announced yet.
In the pipeline.
Coming
down the
signed, not announced.
Yeah. What excites you most about the space that you're in right now? Because there's a lot going on.
I feel like we've earned the right to exist over the last 10 years. We've got a whole bunch of things that are coming along which kind of solve all the usage problems. Like accountants and bookkeepers, I thought they would all run their business like I ran my firm. The reality was they all ran it very differently. They all wanted flexibility with structure so they get scale. And we're getting to the point where we've almost covered off all of those use cases on both the billing and the collections and the payments. What that then allows us to do is a firm can bring their whole business over to Ignition and have all their problems solved, but then we have all the data of your firm and we can actually help you with insights, unlocks around what do you want to do with it marketing-wise, information collection. So if you've got a source of truth, all the data around who your clients are, our job is to make it easier for you to run your firm, but also provide a better experience for your clients. And that's kind of the 2024 direction for us.
Give us a read on the market, Guy. What are you seeing happening out there? We're in economically troubled times.
Oh, it is so confusing. I feel like there's an undercurrent of uncertainty, but if you were to look around, like everyone's buying coffees and taking holidays.
Go figure.
I know. So I think what we're seeing is some new businesses who've set up in the last couple of years struggle. I think particularly everything went in e-commerce and now it's back to a hybrid. So it doesn't affect us necessarily directly, but what we're seeing with some of our customers, being accounting firms and bookkeepers, is that their clients in some of those industries are being affected. And other than that, seeing a lot of, like with the tech shake-up, which is very different to accounting, that's probably going through a whole lot more change structurally. And we're seeing a whole lot more people who've maybe left gigs or perhaps been made redundant recently, joining new companies or starting new businesses to solve new problems. So I think you're going to see the next wave of tech innovation on the back of the AIs and the chat GPTs of this world kind of come through and into life in the next little bit. So I'm actually pretty excited. I feel like every time there's a downturn, it's when some of the best companies have been created.
Yeah, well, you've been through funding.
Yep.
You've got capital investment. That changed the game for you.
Oh, 100%.
What's the future around that? More?
Right now, we don't have any current plans for future raises. We have something signed, not announced, in terms of the ability to have more cash on hand.
Okay.
But it's more like a loan facility.
But you've been around, so you've earned the right to have these conversations now.
Yeah, I mean, we have plenty of runway, which is how we describe cash flow, like cash on hand. So we got way more than most folks, which is amazing. Yeah. Really nice to be in that position. In the early days, we were not in that position. I can say that now. But we're kind of, we're a good business. We're growing, fairly sound, unit economics and business acumen. So we're good.
Now you're not from these parts. We can tell by the accent. How important is UK as a market for you?
I think the UK has the most promise. Now the hardest part for us, given that we integrate and we kind of belong sort of aside or alongside the practice management space, is that there are so many different individual players, so it's super fragmented. So ease of getting to market isn't sort of 2 or 3 people we need to work with. It's, if I look around, it might be 10 to 15.
Yeah, sure.
And so that makes it a little bit harder, but the open banking, HMRC being online, Companies House being online, all those things make it a great market for tech innovation, and therefore theory adoption. And obviously we speak the same language most of the time. And so it's hugely important to us, but we're still trying to figure out the unlocks.
Yeah. And final question.
Yep.
Accountex is bigger this year, 20% bigger.
It's huge.
Are you feeling the change?
Yeah, I am. I'm absolutely amazed at some of the stands. I think I remember the first one I went to. And
what year was that?
15?
Wow.
16?
Yeah.
And I can say that the design element of the stands is ridiculously amazing comparably to that period in time where everyone just had a banner behind them, didn't even explain what the product did. There was no lights, there was no, screens with demos or anything.
But you've got to be seen here, haven't you, Guy? You got to show up.
Well, I think it's great. So for us, it's like we want to close and convert new firms and help them get up and running with their business. But we have more than 50% of the people who stop by and say hello are existing customers. And so we get to, tell them about new features coming out or help them out with some problems. So it's just a good place to be, and it's great to be in and amongst the community again.
Well, it's great to have you with us. Guy Pearson from Ignition, thank you so much for your time.
Thanks so much, Rob. Cheers.